Hi, it's Denis Knight with Golf Traveler. Today I'm in a little municipal, well actually it's a kind of a rural course south of my house in Crane, Missouri. This is a 15-hole course. It looks as if they're trying to build a community in this area, and they plan to add the remaining courses, or remaining holes. But at this point they've got 15 built. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's south of Hidden Valley. Those of you locally know where Hidden Valley is. It's about 20 miles south of that. So we're going to approach hole 1 and see how we do. Hole 1 is a par 4, pretty much straight ahead. As you can see, I'll hit right up there just above us, and it looks like it runs ahead and then over to the left. Can't see the green from here. Even though the fairway of 1, and I'm assuming all these fairways will be dormant this time of the year, the greens look good at this distance. And as I approached the green on hole 1, I was lucky enough to be able to pop up on there on my second shot. And so I've got a birdie putt, but it looks like these greens are in pretty decent shape. From what I've heard, they have good greens here. So, and this is a pretty large green for hole 1, so we'll see. Now hole 2 is a little par 3. I can't figure out if these are the actual boxes where they have us, but we're going to be hitting here on green. And it's pretty much straight away. I don't think it's very far from here. Maybe I'll have to check the yardage, but can't imagine it's very far. And so it's pretty much straight ahead. So let's see if we can get it up on the green and get us at least a par here. I'm up on hole 3 now. I parred 1. I 3-putted on the par 3 2 hole. I reached on the green off the tee box and then 3-putted. These greens are a little challenging. So now I've hit in the 3 and I'm up here. There was my cart. I don't know if you can see my club. Let me get my bearings. My club's right down here. And I'm going to have to pitch over to that green there on the bank. I'm about, I think, a 152. I think I'll hit an 8 and see if I can't reach that distance. I may go a 7 since it's up just a little bit. We'll see. As I leave the green of 3, you can really see it's a very picturesque course. Really has. I bet when this grass is nice and green in the spring and the summer, I bet this course really looks nice. Here's hole 4 that I'm fixing to go into. It's a long par 5. And it runs right up this hill to where that sand trap is right up there. I'm going to try to hit right up over the sand trap. There's a little small sand trap to the right there. Right up over that sand trap and try to drop down in that fairway because the green drives to the right there. Okay. I'm on hole 5 now. She had told me in the clubhouse that 4 was a par 5 and 5 was a par 4, but they had to change that and flipped it around. So I just completed 4 and it was a par 4 and I did it in 4. Now I'm looking at 5 and it's a par 5, and as you can see, it's way down there. So we got a little bit of a ways, but it's straight ahead. So I'm approaching hole 6 now. It's a par 3, pretty much straight away, looks like. I was able to 3-putt a par on that last hole that they had decided to make it a 5. And of course, I had a 5 on 4, which was a bogey. So, but here, hopefully I can get out there. It's pretty much straight ahead. So maybe I can land on the green. These greens are very challenging. They're a little wet and they're a little slow, but they're very sloped. So it's definitely one of the signatures of this course is its greens. All right, we'll see how we do on hole 6. Okay, this is hole 6, the par 3. I had 196. I hit my 3 hybrid, and I drove it right to the very edge of the green here. But this will give you a pretty good idea of what these greens look like. So look how much this drops off. Can you see this? When you see that undulation, let me get back a little bit. But you can see once I get past the hole, that ball could just roll forever. So I'm going to have to be really careful with this putt and see if I can stay on the high side. Wow, hole 6 was a monster. Thank goodness I had that great drive that got me to the edge of the green, because I had to 3-putt carefully for a bogey on that hole. So, and it's the 4th most difficult. So, well, 7 runs straight up here. I'm going to have to kind of stay just left of the cart path up there, and then the hole's just over the hill. So, see how we do. And there's the green on 7. I was able to 3-putt a bogey there. I got close to reaching in 2. You can see a beautiful cliff on this side here, all along the riverbed here. This hole is 8, and it runs right up just north of that tree. There's sand and tree. I gotta go between the sand and the tree to get to the green. I think I'll lay up right in front of the sand. And then 9 comes down here and runs along the cliff here. It's a beautiful cliff. Let me get out a little bit. Beautiful cliff. And then its green is down there and then of course, and then there's the clubhouse back up on the hill over there. So, all right, we're going to finish 8 and 9 and see how we do. Wow, I just made a putt on hole 9 to par it, but it was a dandy putt. It wasn't that far. It was only about 12 foot, and it bent probably 6 foot to the left. I just was lucky enough to, gauge it well. This is 10, and it's straight ahead, as you can see. It's pretty much straight down there, and you can see the green in the distance. So hopefully, if I can get some distance off the box, we can do well in this hole. I was very fortunate on hole 10 to have a great drive. Got me within 80 yards of the hole, and then I was able to par it. Now this is a par 5. I'm going to be driving from down there, the other side of that cart path, to long par 5, and then it doglegs back to the left. And then, as you can see, it's kind of nasty up there near the green. There's water. So I am going to shoot for this dumpster, whatever that is out there. Try to get it out here in this fairway and then shoot over to the green from there. Let's see how we do. I'm still on the par 5, 11. I drove from down there, got up into here, my second shot, and then have driven down this narrow area. Let me go out a little bit. There we go. And I'm down at the base of this hill, as you can see down here. The problem is I've got to climb up over this water onto that small green on the far side there. And I'm about, let's see, how far out am I? I'm about 129. So I'm debating whether to hit a 9 or not, because I want to make sure I get over the water. So go ahead a 9. Well, I'm still on 11. I made it over the water onto the green with that 9. I hit a 9. And as you can see, I've still got quite a long putt. But look at this. I mean, look at these greens. Are they not crazy or what? There's my ball. You got to go up that hill and then hopefully get up here and reach this and reach the pin. So we'll see how we do on this. Well, I reached 11 in reg, in 3, but then I had a 3-putt, so I bogeyed it. Now we're on 12, It looks like very little fairways. You can see it just drops right off the map on the left. So we're going to stay right on that small little bank there, or up on that hill, one of the two, up maybe by that tree. The green is just to the left there. You can see a little sand trap right in front of it. So it's a par 4, so we'll see how we do. Well, I had to take quite a little drive from 12 to 13. You typically don't see a deer stand on a golf course, but I think this back 9 is kind of across into this gentleman's field that owns this course. It only has 15 holes, and I think they're going to try to develop the other 3. This is 13. It's a par 3. It's pretty much straight ahead, and hopefully we can at least par and maybe find hole 14. Well, I bogeyed 14. In fact, I've bogeyed 11, 12, 13, and 14. These back holes are very primitive. They've kind of been, although the fairways are fairly well defined, as you can see, the paths don't exist. Cart paths are not here. And this is hole 15, the last hole. And you can see the green in the distance there. And that's, like I said, it's just a 15-hole course. So, all right, we're going to finish this up, see how we do.